They mocked her rifle setup until the instructor whispered only snipers. Chapter 1. The Range. The recruits at Velaran Military Academy stood in a neat row, weapons cradled in their claws, talons, and hands. It was the precision test. Hit the moving drone targets, 50 meters out. They were proud of their gleaming carbines, their heavy plasma rifles, their ornate fusion cannons. All except for one cadet. Cadet Ana Ruiz, human, was adjusting a long, matte black rifle. It was simple compared to the alien weapons. Its barrel extended far past the others, its optics glinted faintly. The others sneered. Look at that primitive stick. She brought a hunting toy. Humans always behind the curve. Ana ignored them. She slid a magazine in, racked the bolt with practiced ease, and settled down in prone position. Chapter 2. The Mockery. The first volley began. Alien cadets fired bolts of plasma, hissing lances of energy, bursts of kinetic slugs. Most hit wide. Some clipped targets. A few scored solid hits. Ana didn't fire. She adjusted the scope, slowed her breathing, let her heart rate settle. Behind her, a Roxian cadet snorted. Too fragile to shoot. Another chimed in. Maybe the recoil will knock her down. Even the instructor, Drillmaster Korvek, a scarred Saurid veteran, raised an eye ridge. But Ana still waited. Chapter 3. The First Shot. Finally, she exhaled. Crack. One shot. One drone spiraled out of the sky, its weak point drilled dead center. The recruits blinked. Crack. Another drone dropped. Crack. Crack. 2 more in seconds. While the others fired in sprays of wild energy, Ana picked her shots. Each round found a critical joint, a weak spot, a hidden vulnerability. Within a minute, her targets were gone. Chapter 4. The Whisper. The range fell silent. A Varen cadet muttered, "Impossible. Luck." But Drillmaster Korvek had stepped closer, his gaze fixed on Ana. He recognized the stance, the breathing, the patience. The way she moved like she'd done this 1,000 times before. He leaned toward his assistant and whispered, just loud enough for nearby cadets to hear. "Only snipers shoot like that." The words rippled across the line like a shockwave. Chapter 5. The Challenge. The cadets weren't convinced. That evening in the barracks, they jeered again. "You just got lucky. Try that in combat and you'll die. Real soldiers fight up close." Ana simply cleaned her rifle, slow and methodical. "We'll see." Chapter 6. The Field Exercise. A week later, the recruits were deployed into the Simfields, vast landscapes filled with AI-controlled drones, ambush traps, and simulated enemy squads. The objective: capture the enemy flag. Squads spread into the forest. Most cadets charged in groups, plasma fire lighting up the trees. Ana vanished into the underbrush. At first, her squad complained. "Where's the human?" "Hiding." Then the kills started. A drone squadron pinned down a Varen team. Suddenly, precise shots cut down each drone from unseen angles. The Varens staggered out alive, confused but grateful. Elsewhere, a Roxian unit was ambushed. Again, shots rang out, clean, distant, surgical. The ambushers fell before they knew where the fire came from. Whispers spread fast. "It's the human. She's everywhere." Chapter 7. The Fear. By the time her squad reached the enemy base, every other squad was talking about her. "She sees us before we see her." No sound, no warning. Every shot kills. The enemy flag was heavily guarded. Plasma turrets hummed, drones scanned, cadets bristled with weapons. Ana crawled into position, 100 meters out. Her breath slowed. Her scope locked on. Crack. A turret sparked and died. Crack. A guard dropped. Crack. Crack. Drones fell before alarms could sound. Her squad surged forward and captured the flag without losing a single soldier. Chapter 8. The Silence. When they returned to base, the recruits didn't laugh anymore. They gave her wide berth, eyes averted, whispers hushed. Even the loudest mockers stayed quiet. Because now they knew, that primitive stick wasn't weakness. It was death, wielded with precision beyond their comprehension. Chapter 9. The Instructor's Words. At debriefing, Drillmaster Korvek stood before the class. Most of you fought like brutes. You wasted shots. You panicked under fire. He turned his gaze to Anna. But this one, this human understood the battlefield. She controlled it. Made it hers. That is the mark of a sniper. And a sniper, he growled, changes wars. The recruits sat in stunned silence. Chapter 10. The legend begins. Weeks turned to months. No one mocked Anna's rifle again. Instead, they watched her with wary respect, knowing that if she ever chose them as a target, they'd never even hear the shot. She was no longer just the human cadet. She was the sniper. And in a galaxy of claws, plasma, and brute strength, that made her the most dangerous of them all. Epilogue. Years later, soldiers across the galaxy would whisper the tale of the day a human girl walked into the academy with a rifle that looked laughably primitive, of how they mocked her until the first shot dropped a drone from the sky, and of the instructor who whispered the truth that silenced them all. Only snipers shoot like that.